Good afternoon, everybody. May I please stand on already existing protocol? I've been introduced. I want to thank Mrs. Chisom Samibukwe for inviting me here today. I want to thank all the members and staff of, what's the name now? What's the name of it? Okay, Scepter and Primark Legal Consulting. Thank you all for the hard work. Thank you, Mrs. Chisom, for the good work you're doing in Rivers State. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm glad that she has made my work quite easy. I'm here to talk about the practice of alternative care of children in Rivers State. So I want to first of all say that the guidelines on the practice of alternative care in Rivers State enforced by the Ministry of Social Welfare and Rehabilitation are in consonance with already existing legislative frameworks like the Child's Rights Act 2003, Rivers State Child's Rights Law 2002, the United Nations General Assembly resolutions and recommendations that they gave in 2019 as well, the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, and the national guidelines for the alternative care for children. Okay, so first of all, what do you need to know before starting a children's home and placement of children in alternative care? I gave this headline because sometimes people, when I was on the desk, NGO desk, sometimes people came to my office and they had already started the orphanage before coming to us to ask us questions and to ask to be registered. And it is not right. It is illegal to do that. If you're operating without registration, you are wrong. It is illegal. You're doing the wrong thing. You're supposed to register before you start operation. Before you start operation, you should come to the office, the registration desk, and ask them questions. What should I do? So also know that children have rights that should be respected as provided by the law, by reading the law. Chisom has already said so much of that. Best interest of the child, a child shall be given protection and care necessary for his or her well-being, taking into account the rights and duties of the parents or guardians of the child. Chisom has said all this. Every child has right to family life. Removal of a child from the care of the family should be seen as a measure of last resort because every child needs the family. So it's not just enough for you to go to the communities and say, okay, I want to take these children, meanwhile they have parents, to institutional care. Like she said, she has made my work easy. Like she said, the children need the bond of the family, that family bond. We should try and respect it. Every child needs their family. Even if a parent is dead, like she said, they need the other parents. So there's one question I asked some of the people are here, of the operators are here, our partners. There's one question I normally ask them. Imagine you training a child from school or your children from school, and then you get old. And they now say, Mom, Dad, we cannot take care of you. We're very sorry. We need to take you into institutional care, old people's home. I asked them, I said, sincerely, how would that make you feel? And they didn't give me a good response. I mean, anybody would feel bad. I would feel bad. After suffering for my child, she now says, Mom, I can't take care of you. I'm taking you to elderly people's home. So that is how the children also feel when we take them away from their parents into institutional care. And they don't know, they can't see their parents. Most times they are just there. Their parents do not even ask after them because of the poverty situation. So the same thing applies. What you need to know before starting a children's home and placement of children in alternative care. Alternative care should first be sought with a wider family, like Chisom has already said all that, in the community, in a family setting, taking into account the child's will and preference. Do we ask the children if that's what they want? Do they want to be taken away from their homes? Some of them will be crying, I'm sure. I'm sure some of them cried when you were taking them away. They miss that family bond and warmth and love of their parents. So it is not right. So let us ask them if they want to do it. And it is even wrong When a child is placed in any form of alternative care, connections with our family as well as with other persons close to him, such as friends, neighbors, and previous carers, should be encouraged and facilitated in keeping with the child's protection and best interests. The child should have access to information on the situation of his or her family members in the absence of contact with them. Do they know what's happening to their families? You think they don't worry. They worry. Sometimes they wonder, where's my mom? Where's my dad? What about my brothers and sisters? Next slide, please. Okay. Duty bearers, what you need to know before starting children's home and placement. I thought we've done this. Duty bearers should work together to restore the order of family in the society and respect the family bond by counseling families who neglect parental responsibilities to their children or abandon them. A lot of parents do not know better. They do not know the right thing to do. They don't even know how to love their children. So it's our duty as duty bearers and caregivers and partners to counsel these parents and tell them that your children need you. They need your love. Like Chisom said, you can help them. Alternative care is not just taking the child to an institutional care or home. It's about helping them from where they are. It's also about helping them from where they are. So most times we take them away. Let us counsel their parents. I remember one orphanage operator told me a few years ago, I said, it is wrong for you to keep other people's children in your home. It is not right. They have families. They have mothers and fathers. He said that even the parents who drop them there do not even ask after them anymore. That is because of the poverty situation. But if these parents can be counseled and told that, no, it is not right, we can help you from where you are. We can help you. These parents will understand and take their children back. In recent times, we have cases of people abandoning children just on the road. I think there was a young girl that was brought to my office a few months ago. Her parents abandoned her in a church and just left like that. So how does it make this child feel? Rejection. The child feels rejected. I'm rejected. Nobody wants me in the society. My parents, if your parents throw you away, where else do you want to go? You will just feel bad all through. So they need to be counseled. That's what I'm saying. In the communities, when you go, help us counsel them that it's not the right thing to do. It's not in the best interest of the child. It does not help in the development and well-being of the child. So I said here, duty bearers should not take advantage of the poverty situation of families and lack of knowledge, which led to the abandonment, rejection, deviant behavior, lack of love, etc., to place children in institutional care instead of family-based care. Family tracing, family reunification, and reintegration should be implemented where and when necessary. The Rivers State Ministry of Social Welfare and Rehabilitation is the government agency responsible for matters concerning children in Rivers State, Nigeria, and the regulating and monitoring of private children's homes. Important questions that require sincere answers. Before you start a home, you say, I want to open an orphan, I want to start an orphanage, or I want to start a children's home, as the case may be. Ask yourself, why do I want to operate a children's home? Why? Why do I want to? I know that in my office then, I've had people came to me to say, the Lord showed me a vision. I should open. When I had a dream, I saw plenty children. God, in fact, that is why I know that God is leading me. I should have a home. I said, okay. But, and I told them that God is a God of order. If God wants you to operate a home, He would have you do it the right way, the way you're supposed to do it. Okay, so how and where do I source for children? How and where do I source for children? I think I should answer this. I do not understand why people go to take other people's, let me call them duty bearers, caregivers, go to the communities to take other people's children. But going along the streets of Port Harcourt, we see a lot of children just roaming, and we have only two children, only two homes for street children. in Port Harcourt, the Badamia Home for Street Children, and the Marillac Home for Street Children in Job. And it's not enough, it's inadequate. So if you want to source for children, go to the streets. They are sleeping under the bridges. They are all over the place. Some parents have thrown them away. They have nowhere to stay. Don't go picking other people's children. So how do I get funds to start and sustain the running of the home? What structure do I need as enshrined in the Constitution and Child's Rights Law? How do I get funds? You might ask, Madam Funmi, why did you say that? I'm saying this because we've had reports of home operators who are supposed to be duty bearers and caregivers send children out to beg for alms so that they could feed. And that is extremely sad. And that's why I'm saying that it's very pertinent to ask yourself this question: can I afford it? This is not a business. It's not a money-making venture. You have lives at stake in this matter. So what structure do I need? What do I need? Some people have come to my office and I've asked them, okay, so what's the structure you have on ground? You want to start an orphanage. Some of them are already operating. They say, I have 2 rooms. I have 2 bedrooms. And I'm looking like, how do you want to operate that? And I've also seen people that operate these homes from their own private home. It is not right. You're doing something illegal. It is not right. So what experience do I have or need to give care to children? Any of us, when we want to do a business, we first of all look at it like, how do I go about it? If I want to sell clothes, I say, where can I buy them? Or if I want to make them, how can I need a sewing machine, right? I need this, I need that, I need that. But when we want to take care of children, we don't want to ask those questions. We just do it haphazardly. It's not supposed to be done that way. You cannot run. We're going to come to that. These are just questions I want you to answer sincerely. Steps to take before starting a residential facility home for children. Map out your target group. Who do you want to attend to? What's the name of this home now? Compassionate Home at Nkwogu. They attend to children living with disabilities, and that is highly commendable.